Welcome back to K&L Farms. I'm Ken. I hope this video finds you well. And I've made some mistakes in the last probably month, probably going on a month. I've tried to work on some of that because there's a chance that I'm gonna have an extended stay away from the homestead. So I'm trying to correct some of my errors from last year. And this one here is actually from, oh, it might be 3 years, might be 4 years ago. And the reason I'm going to try and illustrate it in the garage right now, you're in the garage in my workshop area, you're probably familiar with it, but is because it's super windy outside. Not cold, hasn't been extremely cold, but we still got a foot of snow on the ground. And the snow has been, every morning it freezes up pretty good, and then it thaws out. But I've been working on that pathway to get from the back of the house to the car for some time. And so I'm going to try and show you, or try and illustrate some, so that when we go outside, I won't be able to narrate what you're actually seeing, because I don't think that you'll be able to hear me over the wind. But let's try that just real quick. The error that I made. Okay, so, and the error I made was around roof pitches. And I think I've explained that quite a bit, but say this is let me turn where the camera can see it. This is the roof. The pitch is actually from 0 to whatever elevation, and 612, 812, 1012. That means how much distance up you travel in a foot. So I got a roof pitch like this, and I'm trying to show you a roof pitch comes like this, and then I got another roof pitch like this coming down. So this is the main pitch. This is the dormer end, or the actually the eave end, and then I got another pitch like this. And what I did, and I'm going to try and show you, I'll be able to show you outside, but I don't think I'll be able to explain it. On this end of the front of the house, I built a big deck. We enjoy a big deck because we live outside considerable length of the time, barbecuing and that type of thing when the weather's better than it is now. But I've got a deck with 4 6x6s right here. Roof pitch here, roof pitch here. Snow is supposed to come off here, snow. Remember, I deal with snow. I deal with feet of snow. So you want as much snow off this as you can get. So if you get 4 feet of snow, and the major danger is, it starts to thaw out, rains on the top of that 4 feet of snow, and then you get ice that starts icing up like I just explained it's doing now. We don't have 4 feet of snow, we only have about a foot. And then I get too much weight on it, too much weight on this roof. And I can't get this secondary pitch to clear itself because I put 4 6x6s on this deck. And when we go out, I will illustrate the deck, and I'll illustrate the snow buildup. So I got to come back, and I put kind of a decorative type situation on the top. When I built it, I thought it was kind of cool. It's still kind of cool looking, but in any case, it's hampering what's going on. So if that snow builds back up, can't slip off the roof and then fall on the deck. I'm not worried about the deck, because the deck can carry a lot of weight the way I built the deck. But what I'm worried about, if I'm not here in the wintertime and the snow builds up and we have a condition where I can't get snow off there, and I don't have anybody to actually clear the snow, and I make it more difficult for the person that I asked to clear the snow, then I'm creating a hazardous condition. And I'm spending time right now between snow storms, between snowstorms to try and correct some of that. I correct one last week on the big barn. I corrected an error I made, already did that. Now I'm trying to work on this one here, which I'll take you out and show you in just a minute. I'll try and get up there and illustrate some of it, the mistake I made. And tape measure, and I'll be on your left-hand side of the screen. And see how most of the roof is actually clear? Most of the roof is cleared off. Oh. And that roof over there come down, which I tried to illustrate in the garage, comes down, catches this roof that pitches towards I'm currently on the deck. And see this pile of snow, or the buildup of snow right here? That's my error. And I'm not worried about the structure for the deck, and I don't even know if I'm worried about the structure of these 6x6s. This is just decorative. I just put some decorative stuff up on top there. I'm worried about the backup on the roof, on the main roof. So I got to remove this. These pieces, they're pressure treated, painted pressure treat. And then I got to bring this down, and still in somewhat of debate whether I'm going to bring it down to the elevation of the handrail, which I don't think you can see yet, or if I'm just going to leave it elevated and then try and capture some roof line. But the problem that I want so high is the doorway, entryway into the house. This is the primary entryway into the house, and the only other thing I have to do is I've got a satellite receiver dish up here on top, which that won't be that big of a deal. But next week I'll probably start working on trying to get some of this removed, because it's actually pushed the deck area. The snow ice dam buildup has pushed the deck forward about 6 inches. So I get that cut off, get it thrown down. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to reuse it. I'll reclaim all this material, but get it cut down and then get it pushed back towards the house. The other problem is that I've been dealing with is I can't physically attach this to the house. The house is a mobile home. Permit won't allow you to attach to the mobile home. So this deck is freestanding and the house is freestanding. The two structures can't be in contact or permanently affixed to each other. So that's another problem that I'm dealing with right now. But for the resolve, or some of the resolve, is to try and get this cut down enough that snow can come off that roof easily. Because all the other roofs on the property, you know, let me look around so I'm not, yeah, all the other roofs, all the other structures are down except for that area right there, that dormer area, and this area, which verifies the fact that I've got an issue that I need to fix. Come on, I get it. And if you wanted a glimpse of Martin, he's still doing good. Got his winter coat on. He's filled out pretty good, but he's cold. I don't know why he's all the way up here by the house, because he's got places to live in other buildings. But once he gets his breakfast in the morning, I go out to the big barn and give him food. Once he gets his breakfast, he's pretty much done being in the house. But so he wanders around all night long. But okay, one thing I forgot to mention, we're back in the garage now, is I've been doing this for 40 years, and this is the second homestead that I built from scratch, and you still make mistakes. And anybody that tells you, any homesteader, let's go with anybody on social media that tells you they don't make mistakes, they're full of hooey. And Martin's in the house, because Martin seemed like he was cold out there on the porch. He's in the garage, and so I put him. Sometimes I put him in the garage for evening, and I got to plug in over there a little condominium for him. Him and the other cats stay in the big shop most of the time, but he comes up and he's enjoying the good life right now. But that's what I had to say. That everybody makes mistakes, and I've made my share of them, even after that many years of experience. And remember, when I got started, they didn't actually. What I'm doing, they didn't describe it as a homesteader. They described it as a gentleman's farmer. And homesteaders, when we said homesteaders back when I was younger, 20, 40 years ago, it meant the family was still living on the same plot of land that their great-great-grandfather had homestead. That's what we used to use to describe a homesteader.